Third, you can suffer humanly. This is maybe the hardest of them to understand, so I'll try to go slow for you here. In the late 1920s, a sculptor by the name of Francis Schekert, who's a German man, he made the Gläserner Mensch, the glass man in English. Schekert was part of a group of scientists from Germany who were working on fixing essentially all the problems with the human race through science. And so the glass man sort of became this icon of their ideal. They said there will eventually be a day when the human being is no longer a mystery to us. We understand everything about him. He is like glass. We can see in and see all the parts and figure everything out. And by doing that, we will fix humanity. Science will fix humanity. The issue was that that same school, the Bauhaus, brought in some of the ideas that were then used at Dachau and the concentration camps and the death camps that the Nazis used to systematically destroy 6 million Jews. Because they say if we're going to purify humanity, if we're going to fix all the problems, then we have to get rid of these people who are causing suffering in our life. We have to purify, to figure out everything in order to fix it all. And one of their rallying cries was, "Some lives are not worth living." The same thing, I think, is happening to us. When we say some lives are not worth living if they're unborn, because maybe that child will suffer, or maybe having that child in my life will cause me to suffer. When we euthanize people who don't have a high quality of life, because we say their life is too full of suffering, or they're too much of a drain on our finances. Or even when we just experience suffering in our life and then think the answer is, I just got to drug myself up. We're saying some lives are not worth living. And maybe to summarize this point, I'll say it like this. Suffering is caused because humans exist. We as Christians believe we are sinful by nature. We bring sin into the world. Therefore, if you want to get rid of suffering, you have to eliminate humanity, either your own or somebody else's. But Christians are willing to step back and say we don't need to eliminate suffering because the ultimate suffering has been taken by our Savior. And therefore, any suffering we do like a sponge in this world of evil that soaks up the evil and allows it into ourselves because we know this body is going to be purified at the end. I don't need to purify humanity now. I need to bear with it, suffer well, which is the last point then.